which really explains my heightened sense of ego and my awkwardness in conversation and general social skills altogether. I'm pretty nerdy, which I guess now is a cool thing to do, but it's not cool if you admit that you're nerdy. I don't understand the hipster hierarchy of how to do that. All I know is that I like things that most people don't, or don't admit publicly that they're into. I dress like I'm, I don't know, 14, 15, so I get carded everywhere I go, which is a good ego boost when you're 28. 28, really old. So yeah, we had a graduation this weekend. Did anybody here actually graduate? No? Just like to address the demographic implications of that. I didn't graduate either. I'm 28 years old and I am a second year junior, twice removed. I don't know how that works either. I've had 2 years left for about 6 years. So I don't know what if you carry the two and go for circle, I'm like super, super close. But I celebrated because I finished my fucking finals. Woohoo! I won't know for 2 weeks if I pass my finals, but I have a beautiful little interim for 2 weeks where I just get to not give a fuck about anything. In the meantime, I've been socializing, which is something that I did not have time to do all semester because I was avoiding doing homework by watching The West Wing, which my roommate can avow that is completely true. Are you filming me right now?
Yeah.
Are you going to put this on the YouTubes?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll tell my grandma to Google it and explain to her what that means.
On the interweb.
Can you hear me okay? Because last time I was up here, it was on the mic stand, and I'm 5'4", and it's like 6'2", so it was a little awkward. Anyway, so I did go out and celebrate Friday night. I went out not just to celebrate finishing finals, but my roommate's 25th birthday. She just turned 25 years old. Which we realized is a quarter of a century, which is really fucking depressing, especially when you're 28 and you still haven't graduated college. Anyway, so I went out to, what bar did we go to? Toby and Jack's. We came here first, got a little drunk. I threw a fit over something, and we left.
80s night. It was 80s night.
That's right, and I felt that it was a gratuitous exploitation of my childhood. So we left. And we went to Toby and Jack's because it was the only bar without a cover. And it was great. And I think everybody else went to Toby and Jack's because it was the only bar without a cover. And the great thing about the end of the semester is that everything comes out of the woodwork in Arcata. And you know what lives in the woodwork in Arcata. Some of it, you've got the really blatant woodwork. I don't know if you noticed, right there, over there. But there are others that don't live here. Some of them actually work. And they come out at night to celebrate. And they come out to dance. And I just want to remind you how nerdy I am. So you can equate whether or not I dance. Or whether or not I dance well. Or sober. None of those things. I don't do any of those. But I do heckle. I'm a natural heckler. So we stood and we kind of watched, it flowed from it was like a remix of a Biggie Smalls song, which was never meant to be remixed, and then they remixed a song that had already been remixed, which just seemed pointless, but I think the DJ was just playing whatever was on his iPod. And but that didn't stop people from enjoying it. So we kind of just stood and watched what was going on, which in Arcata is the most fun thing you can do. You don't need cable. You don't even need an antenna. You can just look outside. There's hippies everywhere. Homeless people with dogs. So entertaining. And depressing. Anyway, going back to what we saw. So I think the first interesting thing that we saw was what we have called hardcore Gandhi. The man was about 70 years old, couldn't have weighed more than 120 pounds, had a Nehru jacket on, for those of you who don't remember the 70s, because you weren't born yet, like me, a skinny leather jacket, skinny leather jacket, and he looked like if rather than win independence in India, he had done hard time and just looked way angry for 5 years, and when he got out, he was just chiseled, but still like 120 pounds and about 5'4". But apparently that did not stop all of the really drunk, ugly hippie chicks from dancing for him, specifically at him. I think that's dancing at somebody. When your pelvis goes towards a person, like you have like a personal space, and when somebody else's pelvis enters that space, they're not dancing with you anymore, they're dancing at you. And it's a very like animalistic, like forceful kind of thing. Like the pelvis, I don't dance, I don't even know if I'm doing that right. It's like a slower, I don't want to say, people throw out the word retarded a lot tonight, I don't want to say retarded, so we're going to go with special. Like a special Elvis. Like a slow, but like there's less rhythm and more like seizure in the movement. And that would be enough. Like the seizuring thrust at you is enough. But this one, I have to actually put the mic back on the mic stand to do what this one was doing. Because she could have been, it was hard to tell from her unibrow and her homemade tattoos how much training she might have had in dancing. But it wasn't just the thrust. She had this I Dream a Genie arm thing happening, but like in rhythm. So at Hardcore Gandhi, who seemed to, I don't know, maybe what do they call that, passive resistance? Like maybe that's what he was doing. Because other than cringing and crying, I don't really know how else you're supposed to react to this. And it was just such a happy moment to look at my life at 28 years old. I'm not done with college, but I'm still like 20, 30 grand in debt, because who needs to pick a major for more than a year? That's more life. Living in a ant-infested apartment with 4 guinea pigs and a cat who's my best friend. To see somebody on the dance floor with less to lose than me, with less dignity than I have, because I just did this at all, okay? But I didn't do it at Hardcore Gandhi. And that's what puts me about, I don't know, centimeters above drunk hippie chick. I want to thank you for making me feel comfortable. I'm not talking to you, I'm talking to the bartender. I had a couple drinks at home, and then I came here and had another drink, so this was a lot easier than I thought it was going to be. Thank you. Good night.